Hi, today ML Soundlab just dropped their new amped plugin. It's called the Amped Oracle. It is based on my favorite orange tolexed amplifier. This is one that I've been looking for quite a while, so I'm super excited that it is finally here. I'm going to go through each of the presets and see what they sound like, and show you what my approach is to these. I'm going to pull it up, see what it sounds like, and do any tweaks that I feel like it needs for my particular setup. So let's dive in. All right, let's do a quick overview of the Amped Oracle. You have a tuner down here. You have a pedal board with a noise gate, compressor, drive, chorus, delay, and reverb. You have a cab section where you can move two different microphones around in 3D space, and you can use your mouse wheel to rotate them inward. You have a mix knob here to choose how much of each microphone you're using. You have, of course, the amped section. You have a MIDI section where if you have a MIDI foot switch or want to control something inside your DAW, you can do that. You can set that up here. And all the new ML Soundlab plugins are going to have this Vorna switch down here. So if you find yourself using too much CPU, you can switch that over to the light. In the amp section, the input, the way I set that is I turn it up until this little light here is flashing green as I'm playing. You have a master here. I don't usually use that too often. Treble, bass, middle. A very functional gain knob. It's going to change the character in much of the same way as the real amplifier does. And you have a clean output here to adjust your level without changing the tone of the amped Oracle. Okay, first up on the dirty channel, we have the modern rock preset. Let's see what that sounds like. Alright, first up, I'm going to bump the middle up quite a bit. This is a move I make on most of the amp plugins. I usually angle the 57 in and move it a little bit closer to the cone. I'm going to see what that sounds like on this one. See what that sounds like first. I'm going to add a boost. I'm going to have to up the noise gate just a bit because of the boost. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that sound. You're going to see me most likely moving this mic in on most of the presets. That seems like just something that I really enjoy personally. Let's move on to the next one. We have the Stoner Rock preset. I don't think I'm going to do very much to that. Like I said, this is probably something I'm going to do on all of them, but the 121 is a mic combo I like with the 57 quite a bit. I don't really feel like that tone needs a boost. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that one. Next up, we have the boosted metal. Okay, let's go to the cab section first. See where that gets us. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, I'm liking the way that sounds. All right, we're going to move on to the classic rock preset and see what that sounds like. I'm going to go to the cab section first. I've never been a fan of the 421, so I'm going to change that for a ribbon. Try to get that in the center, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go on to the amp section and see what it sounds like now. Alright, if there's not a boost on, I'm going to go ahead and put one on. I'm not doing much here, just changing the response just a little bit, and I may lower the amp gain to compensate. Probably not much, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. All right, next up, let's check out the shred lead preset. All right, I'm not going to adjust that one much at all. I think that'll sit really well into some like Elder, Mastodon, like those type of leads, the stoner, doom metal kind of thing. I think it fits right in there, and what I would probably do is track the solo and then just adjust the tone for whatever particular song I was using it for. I'm not really have a preference going into it for just like jamming or anything. Overall, I think it's a really good sounding preset. It does that orange lead tone really, really well. All right, now we have the clean channel here. First up, we have pristine clean. Really don't want to do much of that, but just a little bit. Actually, I think I went a little bit too much. Let's lower the bass back down to where they have it. I think the mid adjustment that I made did enough. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's move on to the thick chorus clean. I'm going to be honest before I even try this. I'm not a huge fan of chorus, so it's probably going to be a little bit much for me. But let's try it out and see what we got. That's a beautiful sounding chorus, but like I said, me personally, I'm not as big of a fan, so what I would do is lower down the mix and depth a little bit, and maybe increase the reverb just a touch, and see where that gets us. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that sounds. Let's try the gritty slapback clean. Uh, I don't use much slapback. That's one of my favorite songs that uses it. I think that sounds pretty good as is. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. Let's move on. Lost in Space. This is interesting. I want a little bit more mids in that. Actually, I'm going to try it from the cab section instead, getting a little bit more. Yeah, I can see myself having a lot of fun with that preset. That might be my favorite one I've heard so far. That and the just straight pristine clean so far are my favorites. All right, and last up for the presets, we have the Irish delay clean. Might be a little bit much compression for me. Yeah, that's a pretty good sounding dotted eighth note delay. It's not something I use a whole lot, but it's a really cool thing that you can do, and it's really nice that you, with the included delays and reverbs, that you can get these kind of effects without having to have any other plugins going. You can get it in the standalone amp, and with the MIDI functionality, you can set it up and use a foot switch or whatever to jam along with whatever you're wanting to do. And that is it for this preset run through. As with anything, you're going to have to tweak it to your particular setup. So hopefully, watching how my approach is to doing that, maybe they'll give you some ideas on getting where you want to be quicker with your particular guitar, room, speakers, and all of that. I have a video coming out soon with some of my favorite sounds for this amplifier, so if you would like to see that, consider giving me a subscribe so you'll get a notification when that happens. That's all I have for this video. I hope you found this informative. Thanks for watching.